Good morning and welcome back to Breakfast Television, 7:13 on your Thursday morning. And we're talking about your next painting project. I'd like to introduce you to Cheryl Hood from D.I.Y Chix. So Cheryl, you've laid out all of the tools that are necessary to make sure that we do a good job on the first attempt.
These are the basic tools. There are way more. You go to the store and you'll see brushes, walls of rollers, walls of gizmos and gadgets that they say this will help you and everything. But this is the basic that you really, really need. The first thing is really the important thing, is just a basic brush.
Okay.
This is a 1-inch brush, 1.5-inch brush, so it's a little smaller. They all come usually with these packages, so you just undo it and then the brush comes out. This is called a sash style because it's got a bit of an angle to it.
Now, how do I know, for example, you mentioned that that's the 1-inch brush. How do I know that's going to be the one that I'm going to need? Is it project dependent, or this is just always the one to have?
For me, it's a personal preference. I find I have a lot more control over the paint with a smaller brush.
Okay.
You can go into slightly bigger brushes, a little bit wider. This is a flat brush, so again, it's just how you use it against the wall. It's again a comfort level on how you hold it. Then you get into the rollers, because if you want to paint a wall, painting a wall with a brush will take you forever. And rollers are sort of the best invention in Canada, I was reading one day. So this is what it is. You have to also know what the type of wall you're doing. So this is for a smooth, semi-smooth type of wall, so the basic drywall. This one here, this nice little fuzzy one, is for stucco.
Okay, because I was going to ask about those different types of fuzz, because we got some very different patterns and thicknesses going on here. So this one, the white one, is for nice smooth walls, and this one is for something that maybe has a little bit more texture. This
is a lot of texture. This is for something that's like a stucco. You're painting the outside of the house, or you've got a stucco ceiling that you just decided that you're going to paint. So that's going to get the paint around the crevices and the bumps and things like that.
And similar to brushes, we have different sizes of rollers. Any recommendations in that department?
Rollers, just know what your surface is when you purchase the roller.
Okay.
So, and then it's that. You have the roller cage, very simple. This is, you can buy them, this is one style. Usually they have wire and they hold the roller in tight. You get different sizes, so you have this one, and this one has a foam roller on it. Again, it's just the application. This is for a smoother surface that you want if you're doing it. This one here, similar type of roller for these, but it's smaller. So again, if you're doing a small area, that might be better to use. That way you don't have this huge roller and you can get into tighter corners with this one.
Now, what about mess prevention? You got some ideas for that? Because I always think it's going to be a big job for cleanup.
You know, the thing about painting is prep. So if you have newspapers, put newspapers down. But newspapers will absorb the paint, and if you get too much on it, it will go down. It'll soak through.
Oh, gotcha.
So use plastic. If you're not 100% sure of your skills, tape the plastic to the walls or below the point where your last painting is, just so that if any spills, it's protected and protects your carpet, your floor, your furniture, that type of thing. You can tape around to protect your doorknobs and everything else. You can use a painter's tape. I recommend painter's tape way more than masking tape, because if you forget to take masking tape off, it is really a nightmare afterwards. You have to scrape off the glue. This stuff comes off really easily, and so there's that aspect of it.
All right, it looks like we've got all the tools that we need to do some painting. So coming up in just a little bit, we're going to be talking technique and paint identification to know what paints to use and when, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's after a quick break here on BT.